So, what is going on with Nintendo right now? I for one was so excited about the announcement and the direct of the Nintendo Switch 2, and I still am, but I can't help but feel like it's been a bit tainted a little bit. So, let's discuss what on earth is Nintendo doing at the moment. Before we begin, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to show your support. I really appreciate it. So if we take it all the way back, when there were leaks coming out like crazy, showing off the new system, and Nintendo's response to this was, well, nothing. And they chose to hold off and let these rumours spread like crazy. They even decided to randomly drop a reveal trailer for the Switch 2 on the same day that one of their games was released, being Donkey Kong Country Returns HD for the Switch, which nobody expected them to do. It kind of felt a bit like, okay, here you go, and that's that. By this point, there wasn't much left to be surprised or excited about, since we already knew most of the info from all the leaks. They then made us wait yet again, all the way until April for the main Switch 2 Direct. And here's where it gets interesting. A lot of people left this Direct feeling a bit conflicted, not because of what was shown, but more so for what wasn't shown, such as pricing. And once all the pricing was revealed, people were not happy. On top of that, people were getting different figures from different sources, and it was all just a bit confusing, and we kind of just needed Nintendo to clarify what the actual pricing was for each region, because the information was just, rumors were spreading, right? I was seeing that apparently some places were charging $90 for Mario Kart World when actually it's $80 in the US, so there was a lot of misinformation going around, and that obviously can't help Nintendo. Even the Nintendo Treehouse segments that followed in the days after the Direct, including live chat, which were completely spammed with drop the price, and honestly I don't blame the community for responding in this way. The concern isn't necessarily about the price of the console itself, it's more about the price of Mario Kart World, the latest installment in the series. Charging $80 for a game like this had fans feeling like Nintendo had cheaped out a little bit, that they saw the success of the Switch and thought that they could just charge ludicrous prices for games and that people would still buy them. I, for one, am one of these dummies. Like, I've been a huge fan of Nintendo for most of my life, and I've already pre-ordered everything, so at the same time, I'm not going to defend these prices because they are extremely unrealistic, especially considering that the Mario Kart World dedicated Direct didn't necessarily justify that price point any better, but more on that in a bit. Back to the Switch 2 Direct though. It seemed quite frustrating that a literal welcome tour, which shows you the different functions of the Switch 2, isn't included as like a pack-in with the console. It's a separate game that you have to purchase. Honestly, like, that is such a huge mistake. I, for one, don't see myself spending money on a game like that after I've just forked out how many hundreds of pounds just to get the console, Mario Kart, and the accessories I need. It just feels like Nintendo is slightly out of touch with its fan base. The decisions they make and the way they choose to present themselves has suddenly become so corporate when it used to be quite fun and wacky. You can't help but feel as though they're just trying to squeeze every bit of money out of you, and honestly, it would be worth it if the payoff was good. But it doesn't seem that way, which brings me to my next point. What in the recap was that Mario Kart World Direct? Like, after the uproar about the price of this game, there was a comment made by either someone from Nintendo or someone affiliated with Nintendo who basically just said, wait until the Mario Kart Direct because there's more to it or whatever. So people took that piece of information and ran with it, and they obviously set really high standards for themselves. I mean, of course, the entire Direct showed us everything we have already seen or knew from the Nintendo Treehouse segments. It literally showed us like 2 things we didn't know, and it's a shame that the rollout for this has been so bumpy. On paper, like, an open world Mario Kart sounds mind-blowing, and it still is, but when there doesn't seem to be enough substance in that world, that's where it kind of falls apart. Of course we won't know what it's like until we play it for ourselves. And I, for one, am still genuinely excited to explore the world and collect everything I can. But I do hope that the missions are a bit more exciting than what was shown in the Direct. I mean, hitting a P-switch to get some coins, whereas, you know, Mario Kart on the DS had boss battles, so I'm still holding out for something that wasn't shown. But the Direct in general just kept feeling like they were hiding something, and we were waiting for that one last thing, that one last announcement, but it never came. There was no mention of 200cc or mirror mode, there was no mention of new battle modes, and we don't even have all the modes that were in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. They only showed 2 modes, being the coin one and the traditional balloon battle, if I recall correctly. So like I said earlier, the game is still a day one purchase for me. I'm excited to try the knockout mode, it looks really cool. The way you can drive on walls and do all the tricks looks so fun. And I'm really excited to drive on all the new tracks. But more so in versus mode if I'm honest, so that you get the traditional 3 laps format. I'm not really a fan of the way they've changed the Grand Prix. Driving to another race is cool and all, but not when it means that you get only 1 lap on the track itself. It's just a bit weird. I'm really hoping that there's more to this game than meets the eye. After all, there's those random vehicles scattered around the world that you can take control over, like we saw with the big truck in the trailer. They didn't really touch on this aspect at all in the direct, so it makes me hopeful. We need more like that, please. But yeah, Nintendo, they seriously need to think about their next steps. They can't be overcharging for games and not delivering something that justifies that price point. Yes, it's open world, yes, there's new mechanics, but I'm sorry, $80 is ridiculous. Not that it matters to me since I've already pre-ordered, so clearly their tactic works on someone like myself, but for the regular gamer, Nintendo needs to watch out because they could be seriously affecting their sales if they carry on down this path. And after all the success of the Switch One, it's just a shame because I'm rooting for them to carry on with that momentum. But when they want to charge prices like this, it's just like, oh, see, you were so close, you almost had it, but you ruined it. So yeah, the way everyone did a 180 after they saw the price of Mario Kart World is like crazy. And they're not going to change it, guys, let's be honest. Nintendo never really put their first party games on sale or change the prices. Especially in America now with the whole tariff situation. I feel sorry for you guys. That I don't think that affects the UK as much as it has you guys, but yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? But anyways, that was my rant about Nintendo and Mario Kart World. I hope you enjoyed. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, it means the world, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.